myself Sushmita, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Agriculture Science, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. In this video, I am going to deliver the lecture from the course Pest of Field Crops and Store to Produce and Their Management. Topic Pest of Sorghum, Finger Millet, and Pearl Millet. And their pest managements. Pest of sorghum and this finger millet and pearl millet. So these three crops are important minor group of cereal crops. So these crops are also having some pest problems. So one by one, I have given the first one, the pest of sorghum. So based upon the pest feeding habit in the plant, it is categorized. First one, the borer insect. So three important boring insects are there. It will just bore into the plant pots and it will feed inner content of the plant. In the sense, first one is shoot fly. Shoot fly Aetherigona varia socata. It is a Mucidae coming under the Mucidae family, Dipteran order. And second one is stem borer, Chylopatulus, Carambidae family and Lepidoptera order. Next one, pink stem borer, Sesamia inferens, Noctuidae family and Lepidoptera order. So these three are the important borers of pest sorghum. Likewise, defoliators, slug caterpillar, Tosea apidian, leaf roller, Marasmia, flea beetle, Mona lepta, red hairy caterpillar, Amasta albistrica, weevils, Miloceras, leaf beetle, Cryptocephalus, wingless grasshopper, Colomania. So these are all the important genera of a defoliators. In this, some pests are coming under the Lepidoptera order, some are coming under deep foliation orders. So defoliator means it will just feed on the green matter. That means either from a leaf or a tender shoot, or even sometimes the stems may be affected by this. It will just randomly keep on feeding the plant, and because of that, the growth may be affected. Next one, sucking pest. Two important sucking pests of sorghum, that is shoot bug and plant lice. Shoot bug, Peregrinus midas, Delphasidae family, Hemipteran order, plant lice. These plant lice, they will just suck the sap from the plant. Uh, Rhopalocyphum. So this is otherwise called as a aphid. So Aphididae family and Hemiptera. So normally in other field crops you might see in the aphid as a pest. So here this is also aphid, but it is having the another name called the plant lice, Rhopalocyphum midas. It is coming under the family Aphididae family and order Hemiptera. Earhead feeders. So earhead feeders. So earhead, it is an important economic part of a sorghum. So in that, certain important pests are there. That is earhead bug, merit bug, sorghum mitch, gram caterpillar, semi looper, plant bugs, sting bugs, earhead webworm. So in this, these are all the important pests. Earhead bug, Caloporus angustatus, merit bug, Serentonidas, sorghum mitch, Contarina, gram caterpillar, Helicoverba ornithera, semi-looper, Eubelma cellicula, plant bug, Dolichorus indicus, sting bug, Nizara viridicula, earhead webworm, Cryptoball+. First one, sorghum shoot fly, Aetherigona socata. So it is a borer. So what kind of symptom it is causing? The symptoms important here is a dead heart symptom. So dead heart, it is a most of the time the younger plant, it is highly affected by this sorghum shoot fly, and because of this dead heart, it is an important symptom. Here the infected plant produce a side tillers. It is seedlings up to 4 weeks are mainly attacked by the sorghum shoot fly. As I told, the small young one plants are affected by this shoot fly. It is also severe during the summer season. That too, particularly in Tamil Nadu, the area around the Coimbatore, it's this pest is an important pest. And next, coming to the ETL, the 10% of a dead heart, it is an a threshold level of sorghum shoot fly. So at this level, we have to take a management. What kind of management we can take? We can use a high seed rate, 12 kg per hectare. So this is the first step. So by taking the more amount of a seed rate, we can adjust with the yield reduction. So yield reduction can be adjust, the loss percentage can be reduced because of this using the high seed rate, and spray of methyl dimetone at 250 ml per hectare, or treating the seed with imidacloroprid 10 grams per kg of a seed is highly effective of controlling the shoot fly up to 3 to 4 weeks. Next one, sorghum stem borer, Chylopatulus. So here also the same symptom, dead hot symptom. So here it is a borer. It will just bore into the folded end leaves. The larvae feed on the tender fold leaf. So because of this, once the leaf is unfolded or matured, we can see the short hole symptoms. So simultaneously, the holes will be there because the larvae is enter into the folded leaf. That means during the young stage itself it is entered into the young leaf and it is started making the holes. Once the leaf is matured means we can see the serial short hole symptoms. Affected crops usually 1 month after sowing, it is highly prone to this stem borer, and the larvae infestation is noticed till the harvest period. So here the ETL is 10% dead hot. Management carbofluron 25 kg per hectare, carbaryl spray at 1.25 kg per hectare. Rice cowpea as a mixed crop to reduce the infestation level. So this will helpful for reduce the sorghum stem borer in the crop. Next one, earhead bug. So earhead bug, it is an important pest which is directly causing a damage to the economic part. Calocoris angustatus. The first it is noticed in South Orca districts of Tamil Nadu, and in a timely wise it is spread throughout the area, and it is a very potential pest of sorghum, particularly in South India. It is causing the most typical damage. Because of this, the yield is reduced in before period and all, and the larvae and nymph which suck the sap from the grain, and because of this the affected grains are turned into chaffiness. Chaffiness means the inner content is highly reduced. It is just look like a air filled grains, chaffiness. And then the ETL 10 bug per head, it is a threshold level. So what is the management for earhead bug control? So we can apply carbaryl in a 2 times. So 2 times in a 10 days interval, we can apply the carbaryl 10%, and it should be uh, applied first in a milky stage, and then we can apply after 10 days. So it should be very careful at the time of the milky stage. So we should use carbaryl spray. Next one, sorghum mitch. Sorghum mitch, Strenodipolus sorgicola. So here the ETL is 5 mitches per head. So here it is, head is nothing but the ear head. Maggots which feed on the developing grains, and it is causing a damage. It's a sowing of early maturing, high yielding varieties on different date. The late maturing provides an ideal condition for multiplication of this insect. So normally the crop rotation should be avoided. We know. So if the pest is feed in one field means once the crop is finished in that field, it will just move on to the next field. So simultaneously, if this happen means the population will keep on increasing, the level of insect will not be reduced. That's why the sowing of the early maturing high yield variety at a different date, it is showing the late maturation. These will provide a suitable or adequate place for development of or multiplication of the insect. So that should be avoided. Management, apply carbaryl 225 kg per hectare on 3rd and 18th day after the panicle emergence. It is a highly recommendable for avoiding this sorghum mitch. And also we can keep a light traps. So it is a deterrence. So it will be attracted towards the light. That's why we can keep the light traps for collecting this pest. Next one, earhead caterpillar. So earhead caterpillars, there are three type of earhead caterpillars are there: webworm, semilooper, Gram caterpillar. So here the most important caterpillar among this is gram caterpillar, that is Helicoverpa oringera. As we know, it is a voracious feeder. So what is the ETL for here? ETL, it is 2 larvae per head. It is an threshold level. What kind of damage it will be? In the younger stage, it will feed on the leaves in a young leaf or either in a stem. Simultaneously, if as they grow, it will move towards the ear head part and they will feed. Because of this feeding, the part is affected and sometimes it is also excrete there itself, and it is also leading that material into unconsumption. So that is it a great damage for the e-device management. Light traps. So light traps, it is can be easily useful for attracting the adult, and also we can reduce the egg laying of the female adult. So sex pheromone trap at 12 traps per hectare can be used, so it may be reduce the uh, male population in the field, or using the malathion 25 kg per hectare on the 3rd and 18th day after the panicle emergence. It is a highly recommendable for the earhead caterpillar management. Next one, pest of pearl millet. So up to that, the sorghum is over. Here, next group, next pest of pearl millet. So it is a minor millet. So the pest, it here first we start from borer, shoot fly, Etherigonum approximata. It is a coleoptera order pest. Stem borer, Chylopatulus. It is a lepidopteran. Pink stem borer, Sesamia infrans, Noctuidae family, Lepidoptera. Next one, defoliator, leaf beetle, Lema davensia, black hairy caterpillar, Estigame lactiniae, wingless grasshopper, Nerophycaris. So here the leaf beetle, it is a Coleoptera order. Black hairy caterpillar, it is a Lepidopteran order. Wingless grasshopper, it is Arthropteran order. Earhead feeder, grain midge. Grain midge, Geromaya penticeti, semi-looper, Antoba silicula, stingbug, Nerazera viridula. So grain midge, it is Dipteran order, semi-looper, Lepidopteran order, stingbug coming under Hemiptera order. So pearl millet. So as a sorghum, shoot fly in pearl millet is also important thing. Where that is a Etherichona soccata. Here in a pearl millet it is Etherichona approximata. So Etherichona approximata, it is a dead heart symptom in a young plant, that too a third 3 to 4 week plant is highly affected by this shoot fly occurring during the cold weather season. So this shoot fly, it is a highly causing damage during the cold weather season. So we can go with the early sowing time. So chaffy grains, it is a symptom. So already we know what is chaffy grains. It will just suck the sap from the earhead. Because of this, the chaffy grain symptoms can be seen. And then grain loss from 23.3 to 47.4% grain loss can be seen. Management. So how to manage the shoot fly? Seed treatment with imidacloprid 10 gram per kg of a seed. Spray malathion methyl dimeton 12 ml per 3 cent in a 6 liters of water. It should be mixed in a 6 liters of water. And setting of a fish meal trap. So normally in maize, sorghum, or in a pearl millet, even in some sort of a red drum pulse crop and all. So for attracting the flies, the fish meal trap is highly recommended, and it is very cost effective too. So fish meal trap is just how to take any container with which should be tied in a plant or near the plant. So here these fish meal trap, inside this we have to kept a dry fish. For the smell of the dry fish, these flies will be attracted towards it. So once it is attracted towards the container, inside the container we have to keep any kind of insecticide. So by fell into the insecticide, it might be dead. So this is a fish meal trap. So per hectare we can keep 12 traps. So like that, grain mitch, Griomia penticeti. So here the maggot feed on developing grain. So because of that, the grainless blooms with a white pulp case attached to the tip of the spikelet. So management Corboral 10D at 25 kg per hectare at 50% flowering. So maggot which feed on developing grains, which is important thing we have to concentrate. So it is the flower is the important part of the flower. So these which are directly attacking on the important economic part. So here the carbaryl should be sprayed during the 50% flowering time, 25 kg per hectare. It is recommended. Next one, sting bug, Neraza viridula. So here the Neraza viridula. So this is a pest. It is just look like a normal plant bug that we can see in most of the wheat plants and all. Nearby in our garden and all. We can see this wheat uh, sting bug. So grain become chaffy, so because of their feeding, the grains become chaffy. It will just suck the sap from the grains, and also the spotted black on the grains can be seen. Sometimes, if it is not that much affected, means it just you can see a spotness on the spotted area over the grains, and the shriveled grains also can be seen. And because of this stink bug, the stinking smell is also an important thing that these products may be neglectable. So the stink smell that is spread by this Neraza viridula. Management the same, applying Corboral 150 WP at 750 gram per hectare. It is highly recommendable for the controlling of the stink bug Neraza viridula. Next, these are all some other important pests of this pulmonar, that is a grasshopper, leaf beetle, caterpillar, and weevil. So all these are coming under the same because they are defoliators. So we know what is defoliator. Normally, defoliators it will just keep on eating the uh, green matters, either if it is having a sucking type mouth part or sucking type mouth part, means it will be coming under uh, it will be coming under the uh, sap feeders. It's, but here it is a grasshopper, leaf feeders, caterpillar, weevil, and all the biting and chewing type of insect. It will just keep on bite the green matters, or sometime it may be scrapping the green matter alone will be done. So here the defoliation is a common symptom for all these four pests. The defoliation or scrapping the chlorophyll content, which result in drying of leaves. So if the younger leaves and younger stem are affected by this four defoliators, means what it will happen, the growth may be affected. So the stunted growth is the first symptom. So growth affected means the plant will be stop producing their reproductive part, and because of this the yield will be reduced. But though if the population of grasshopper or leaf beetle or caterpillar or weevil is not up to the point, or it is not more, means it will not affect that much. So here based upon the population, this leaf beetle, caterpillar, weevils are making the damages. Management, collection of various stages of insect and destroy it. This is the important thing. And also, if needed, we can set a trap for lepidopterans. Or if it is a weevil or a beetle, means we have to spray any kind of insecticide, or we can go with the carbaryl. So next one, pest of finger millets. Pest of finger millets, stem borer and white borer. Stem borer, Sesamia inferens, Noctuidae family, Lepidopteran order. White borer, Saluria infecta. It is also an Lepidopteran order. Defoliators, cutworms, Podoptera exuviae, Noctuidae family, Lepidoptera order, flea beetle, Chatos enimum, Fusensis, Actisidae order, family, Coleoptera order. Normally, in Lepidoptera, most of the time the worms and borers are called maybe coming under the Noctuidae family. So Noctuidae family means here this larva is very active during the night time. It will voraciously feed on the leaves and stem during the night time only. Next to root feeders in finger millet, root aphid, Terra neura, Aphididae family, Hemipteran order, root grub, Holotricha. So normally the root grub Holotricha that we seen in sugar cane and most of cotton crops also. So uh, Melolonthidae family and Coleoptera order. First one, pink stem borer, Sesamia inferens in finger millet. So it is an important pest of finger millet in India. So here the larvae which enter into the leaf sheath and it will keep on feeding and it will first bore hole in the stem and start feeding. So once it make a bore hole means it will enter their body and it will keep on feeding. If it feed in this way, the inner content of a stem may be weakened and it will be keep on drying. The growth will be affected. Sometimes, if the pink stem borer population is high in the young stage, young plant means the dead heart symptoms or growth retardant symptoms can be seen. So here this pink bollworm, based upon the name itself, we can see the larvae is a pink in color and the adult it is a straw color forewings and hindwings will be seen. So management spraying of a carbaryl 50 WP at 1000 gram per hectare. White borer Saluria inflicta. So here the pest species of finger millet in South India. So it is a particular endemic pest of South India, where the larvae, you can see it is a creamy white in color with the yellow head found on the basal portion of a tiller, which is close to the soil level. So that means during the year after it hatch out from the egg, it will move towards a lower stem part and it will just make a borehole and enter into it. So once it enter into it, it will just feed the uh, vesicle substance or some inner matter of a stem. So because of this, as usual, the stem is affected. So if the more number of population is seen in a plant means it may the plant will be completely from fall off symptoms can be seen. So here also carbaryl 50 WP vegetable powder at 100 gram per hectare can be sprayed. Next one, cutworm, Spodoptera exuviae. It will defoliate the plant, especially in the nursery. Also, it will affect the other crops like onion, sunflower, chilies also. So, if you are growing a sorghum, finger millet means, so we should avoid these kind of onion, sunflower, chilies before and after. Also, it should not be you coming. It should not be used as either a crop rotation or intercrop or a border crop. So here this Podoptera is also a best of these crops. Larvae may hide in the soil during the daytime and it will feed on the leaves during the nighttime because the Spodoptera exuviae, it is a Noctuidae family pest. So here the larvae will only come out of the soil or a plant during the night time only. Management spraying chlorpyrifos 0.02%. Black hairy caterpillar, Amasta lactiniae. So here the larvae with a black head and the hairs all over its body, both on it will feed on the uh, leaves. It will just as usual like a caterpillar. It will feed on the leaf, and other hosts like a sorghum pulses can also be this pest will be present. Spraying of methylparathion at 0.05%, it is highly helpful for controlling this insect. Next one, flea beetle, Chatos enema pusancis. So here this flea beetle, it is a dark blue with the enlarged hind femur. Also, like a sting bug, the flea beetle also is a common pest. So most often in a garden area and all, we can see the small beetles. So that is a flea beetle. Here, the adult bite hole in the leaf of an implant and affected their vigor both in the nursery stage and also in the young transplanted crops. So this is a single beetle where it is causing their damage both in the nursery stage and also in uh, after a transplant to the main crop. It is also pest there. So dusting carbaryl in a nursery, it is highly recommendable for controlling pest there itself. If it is also present means again we can go with the one carbaryl spray for controlling this Chaetocynimus thujanthus flea beetle. Next one, earhead caterpillar, Cytotroga cerealia. So here it will feed on the developing grain. So identification, you can see the adult is having the fringed wings. The hind wing you can see the full of fringed hairs can be seen on their hind wing, and in the borders of a forewing also we can see this hairs. Management, Corberal 50 WP at 1500 gram per hectare got a milky stage. So why we have to spray milky stage means the earhead caterpillar, it is mainly it will feed on the earhead part of a finger millet. So during the milking stage, if you spray this chemical means if the pest present or it may present, it may come means it will not cause a damage to the earhead part. That's why earhead caterpillar milky stage we have to spray the carbaryl. Next, root aphid, Tetraneura abdominalis. So normally aphid means we know the aphid or the sucking pest which will suck the sap from the under surface of the leaf. It will be present grouped. It will be a dark green in color. Sometimes it may be having wings. Winged aphid also present. But in finger millet here, the it is an aphid, but it is a root aphid. So it will be pink color, small aphid, which will suck the sap from the root, causing the gradual wilting of a plant and drying of plant in patches. So the some part of the plant started to patchy dryness and it will gradually started to dry, and because of this finally the whole plant will will be wilted. And also the black ant can be seen the adding aphid on their honeydew secretion. So in all honeybee population, all aphid population, ant is an important indicator. So it is aphid because of their feeding, they will produce the honeydew from their last posterior abdominal part. These honeydew, it is highly attracted or likable by the black ants, particularly in a root aphid. So in a root area, we can see the over the root area we can see the black ants. These ants can be indicator that we can identify yes inside the root aphid is present. So how we can control this root aphid? Mixing the crude oil in irrigation water, it is highly effective. So once we are giving a irrigation to the finger millet on the irrigation water, you can just mix a normal crude oil. So it will just penetrate into the soil. It is not affecting the root. We have to give in a correct concentration if it will not affect the root, but it will affect the root aphid. And dimethoate 0.03% emulsion may be drenched into the soil. Dimethoate at 0.03% emulsion can spray in the soil itself. So we should not just spray it, we have to just drench up to a certain centimeter and we have to spray it. So these two will highly effective for controlling the root aphid. Next one, white grub, Holotricha Cansanguinea. So here in a few places in Tamil Nadu, during July and September, the root of the finger millets are severely damaged by this grub of beetle, which result in death of large number of plants, and it is ultimately loss in grain yield. So if the plant is affected means yes, the yield will also affected. So these white grub, It can be commonly seen in sugarcane and coconut and all area and all. So these white grub is depend upon the season and depend upon the place cleanliness. So in it is favorable condition is July to September. At that time, it is affecting the finger millet severely in the root area. So what it will do, it will be present in the rhizosphere soil. It will keep on feeding, and the root area will be scrapped by this grub. And because of this, the plant growth will be stopped, dried, and even a small wind can make the plant to fall off. The management, the regular field checking in a control with the control measure. That means you can see any the unusual weakness of a plant or a dryness of a plant, mainly on the root area can be should be uh, checked or monitored in a periodical wise. Or another one thing, to maintain the or to avoid the white grub population in our field, we should avoid the manure pit accumulation in our field. The manure pit should not be present inside the field, it should be kept apart. So these manure pits are a main area for developing this kind of a white grub holotricha. So it will have another place or a main place to live. And also we should not uh, have any kind of affected coconut plant or a cutted coconut tree. Okay, so these cutted coconut tree is helpful for developing the adult. The adult might be present on the tree, and again it will lay the eggs in a manure pit. They will develop their population. So for this sense, the manure pit and the affected coconut tree or the cutted coconut tree should not be present in the field. So by this we can avoid the white grub pest in the finger millet. So these are all the pests of the sorghum, pearl millet, and finger millet. Sorghum, pearl millet, finger millet are the important minor millets that is also coming under the cereal groups. So this is having some. So for this group, these are all the pests and some of the management based upon the pest and based upon the season and the plant.